Morning, 9:20, Monday, October the 20th. This is talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. Get the UK's best used car deals guaranteed. I'm Jeff Stelling Gabby Agbonlahor is with me talking to Tony Cotty ahead of West Ham against Brentford in just a few minutes' time. Now, the latest episode of the 21 Minutes to Go podcast with Andy Goldstein and Jason Cundy is out now. Here's Andy Goldstein with all the details.
Morning, Jeff. Morning, Gabby. Morning, everyone. It's Andy Goldstein here. Of course, I'll be back today later on at 4 o'clock with drive time. But I'm here this morning to tell you to go download 21 Minutes to Go, my brand new podcast with Jason Cundy. Comes out every single Monday. And, of course, there's one out today. And here's a little taster of it. This is Jason Cundy thinking on holiday he was drowning.
And I'm now screaming, help!
Okay, yeah.
Help! And I can't...
As anyone.
Anyway... So I'm now splashing back to shore, and I'm thinking, I'm going to go under it. And I was struggling, Stinks. I'm not good, struggling.
Yeah.
And as I'm screaming, and now it's top of the voice stuff, this is it. I can't die. I can't die. And as I'm splashing backwards like an absolute nutcase, right, some bloke is standing up in the sea, up to his waist. He helps me up. I was splashing in about 3 foot of water. Now, as I get up...
He's standing at weight.
He's standing. As I look up, I'm looking up at him. I'm looking up at him, Stinks. And as I turn round, Stinks, right, panting, panicking, heart going like clappers, the whole beach is looking at me. I just skulked off.
So there you go. Cundy, moaning, screaming. 21 Minutes to Go is out now, boys. Go to wherever you go to download stuff. But here's my question to both of you. Could either of you, or both, actually rescue a brick at the bottom of a swimming pool if you both had your pyjamas on?
No. Would you, Gabby?
I could, I think so, Jeff. I'd do it. Why not?
I was once rescued on a crocodile-shaped lilo from a reef in Barbados. And again, I was only about 100 yards off the shore.
Who saved you?
Well, initially, my two sons were coming out to try and save me. They were both 8 years of age.
Oh, God.
And then one had the bright idea to go back and get some help. And a guy who became he's called Kevin, big friend of ours in Barbados, he got a lilo and came out to rescue me from this reef, which is literally 100 yards offshore, and I insisted I was not getting on this crocodile-shaped lilo to swim back into shore. I got back there, and of course there's an absolute horde of people waiting, so thanks, Kev.
How embarrassing.
It was pretty darned embarrassing. Sean Dyche has verbally agreed to become the next Nottingham Forest manager, we understand. Of course, Sean's been a regular on talkSPORT since being relieved of the Everton job in January. He said last month the Premier League needs more physicality.
That's where the game, we've got to be really careful. Like I said earlier, in a different way. Tactically and the methodology of football, I personally feel we've got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
I think it's really refreshing to see Forest last year, Bournemouth, and Thomas down at Brentford, mixing their styles, changing the way they play. Forget about long ball, short ball. It's not relevant.
No.
Playing good football that can be effective. That's what I like.
Yeah.
And I just think similar with the strength of the game, the competitive edge of the game. You've got to be careful with that. Everything is now deemed, it's getting close to virtually every contact is getting to a foul. And Michel Platini famously many moons ago said about a non-contact sport, and everyone laughed him out, really.
Yeah.
We're sort of heading down there. We're not there yet, by the way, of course. I just want to be a competitive game, a competitive edge where you can have a tackle, you can have, like a challenge, you can have an aerial challenge.
Yeah.
And I think there's an underbelly of fans who still love that.
And yeah, I think he's right there. But there's a phrase in there that Forest fans will be happy to hear, I think, that he wants to play good football effectively because Forest have got good footballers.
Yeah, I do worry for some of the players that they have brought. I do worry for McAtee. I don't see him fitting into what Sean Dyche is about. I see Gibbs White behind Chris Wood, a Hudson Odoi off one side, a Endoy, two quick wingers on either side, maybe Sangare and Anderson as your two centre midfielders. Nobody strong with Gibbs White behind Chris Wood, who he knows better than anybody. So I do fear for some of the new signings with the style of football that maybe Sean Dyche will play.
I mean, one thing that will appeal to Sean, and this is with no disrespect whatsoever, he likes solid. We've seen it in his teams all over the years. Rock solid defenders, and he has got them.
Oh, yeah. Murillo, even Morata's done well since he's been there. But Murillo and Milenkovic will be the two centre-halves. Left back, I'm not sure Zinchenko will fit into what he wants. bit of a ball-playing left-back, not the greatest 1v1 or physical. But Nico Williams, a right-back, will be what he likes as well. But I just see Sangare playing a lot because of that. He's got that height as well for set pieces, physicality in that midfield, and maybe Gibbs-White further forward behind Chris Wood.
No doubt about it. Look, we spent a lot of time this morning on Manchester United and Liverpool. We haven't touched on Arsenal.
I know.
Who were at top of the table. Short price to win the Premier League. I have to tell you, on the basis of watching that game against Fulham, I wouldn't have automatically thought that they'd run away with the Premier League.
They weren't great. Fulham were very good defensively, and watching the game, Jeff, I was thinking, where's the goal going to come from? And then, boom, set piece. Yeah. Gabriel flicks it onto Trossard, taps it.
But most of their set pieces were hopeless.
Yeah, of course, Saka wasn't doing well with his delivery, but they're looking like they're going to find a way. When teams drop back and sit off and make it difficult, maybe, like Fulham did, they know they've got the set piece. That's 7 Premier League goals this season from set pieces.
Yeah.
That just shows what Arsenal can do and get over the line, and they don't look like conceding.
Can you win a title on clean sheets and set pieces?
Yes. I think they will. And we talk about set pieces, but when they can score goals, Jeff. I mean, look at the talent that they've got. You know, if teams do open up a little bit, they will exploit you. Martinelli was on the bench again.
Yeah. Which, of course, means it brings us to Viktor Gyokeres. And he's got a lot of critics around at the moment because of his lack of goals. I do think he offers something to the side, though, you know, with his movement and his physicality.
Yes. And I don't think he should have anybody giving him negativity, because watching him at the start, I thought, But the more I watch him, Jeff, he's bullying defenders. He's everywhere. He's working hard. He's getting shots off, but the shots he's getting off are like more, can I just get it on target, rather than look at Harry Kane, the way Harry Kane finishes, his corners. You know he's going to slightly in Haaland, the way he finishes. It's more now Gyokeres is bullying defenders, and the goals will come. They really will come. He's getting into those positions, and he's just got to carry on playing the way he is. He's holding the ball up. That's what they need.
Yeah.
So I don't feel that he should be getting any critics because he hasn't scored the goals maybe that everyone thought he would do. Yeah. I do feel they will come. And maybe he might be a 10 Premier League goal a season striker. But what he offers gives space for Martinelli, for Saka, for Trossard, Madueke, Rice, wherever it is, because he's occupying 2 defenders.
Yeah, could do with a goal or two himself, but he's making a difference.
Exactly.
In terms of the team, that's for sure. Coming up, the West Ham fans are planning a boycott of the game against Brentford tonight. Oh, well, probably because they'll be listening to it on talkSPORT as it's live and exclusive. But we ask the question, is this the right game to be boycotting? We'll discuss that next.
talkSPORT.